Okay, so in The Sims 4, whenever I'm looking at how to turn blueprints into actual Sims houses, I start by looking at features that are available in the blueprints that I can use to help me figure out what the scale should be. So, for example, down here in the bottom left corner is the master bedroom. So in The Sims, we know that the beds are going to be 3 tiles long. So here I can say that's going to be 1, 2, 3 across so far. We've got some room to walk, so that would be 4. And then we have what looks like a chair that's kind of off-centered, and then we have what's probably a dresser at the end. So that would be 5. Another way that I could check to see is this actually 5 tiles is I could look at the exterior wall of the house. These indicate windows. So this is a window that would take up approximately 3 tiles long. So I'd have 1 at the beginning, 2, 3, 4 for the window, and 5 for the one at the end. Another way that I could double check to make sure that I've got the scale correctly is I can use the other side right here. So if we figure that this is a double walk-in closet, we know that the bed is going to be 3 long, and that takes us partially into this one. So that walk-in closet is probably 4 tiles long, and then we have a washer and dryer at the end, which in The Sims we know takes up 1 space. So that would be 5. So our scale for the master bedroom from left to right is going to be 5 tiles. We can do the same thing going from top to bottom. So right here, we've got a little bit of a space and our end table. Then we've got our bed, end table, space, and our walk-in closet. So we can figure that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the walk-in closet would be 7. So this bedroom is approximately 6 by 5, and then 7 if we were to add on our walk-in closet. Now we can double check this using other rooms as well. So the bedroom up at the top, we can see it's going to be, we've got a bed, so that's 3 tiles long, and then we have some walking space, that's 4, and a closet would be 5. And if we look from top to bottom, those lines match up, so we can be pretty certain that this is going to be a width of 5 tiles. Now for the rest of the house, it might be difficult because there's a lot of blank space. So let's start out by where the dining room and the kitchen is. That can help give us some clues as to what we need to do. So if we look here, we've got space to walk, that would be 1, chairs would be 2, our dining table is going to be 3, chairs would be 4, room to walk, 5, then we've got our island, 6, 7, room to walk, 8, and then our counters at the end would be 9. So we can figure that the distance from where this bedroom ends over to the side is going to be 9 tiles long. And then we can carry that down to apply it to the living room and the foyer as well. So if we look, the foyer begins right where this line is for our bedrooms, and it ends right about where this door would be to the back patio. So if we look at where the door was, we had chairs for 1, table for 2, chairs for 3, and walking space for 4. So we can figure that the foyer is going to be 4 tiles wide, which would leave us 5 more for the living room. So hopefully that helps you see how I turn the blueprints into the actual house for The Sims. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm going to go ahead and attempt to build this house now. So whenever I open up a new lot to build, I like to just do a quick check to see which way is the front of the lot. Sometimes it appears to be one direction, but it actually is the other. So I usually just place down a random object that has a direction to see, and then I go to save it, and it will pull up the picture that it would save to the gallery, and that way I can see which direction I need to build the house, so I don't have to go back and try to fix it later. So after I've created the shell, I use the blueprints to help me figure out where everything needed to go, and then I'm just going to go ahead and try to make the outside match as best as possible. So I'm going to try to use similar colorings and textures for all of my materials. So the front door did give me a little bit of trouble. This door has a little bit of space at the top for some windows. It is a wood door, and then there is a window to the left that looks like it's built in with it. I do end up changing the door here in just a little bit because as much as this one does fit, I just don't like the overall aesthetic that it ends up with. So on these blueprints, when I'm trying to make it match, I can see that the foundation matches the same way that this little front section where the patio would be is. So I used a brick that was on the foundation and found the matching swatch for that front entryway. The rest of the front of this house has like a dark gray shingles. So I found some dark gray shingles as best as I could, and then I spent some time trying to find the right windows. These windows have a white trim and kind of a black interior trim that go along with them, and I think I did a pretty good job in matching those up. For the placement of the doors and the windows, I'm looking at the blueprints to see where they're indicated, and I'm trying to match those up, and I'll adjust them as I go to make sure that they fit into the rooms as best as possible. Here you can see I'm trying to find a better door. I was looking for another wooden door that was a slightly lighter color, and I do like how this one ended up. To try to make sure that the window would match up in the same place as what we had on the blueprints, I did have to off-center the door, so it is over to the right, and it does have the window to the left of it directly then. For the rest of this, on the outside, I could see that there was a lighter colored paneling, so I just chose a light gray paneling or siding to run along the rest of the house. And then I'm just going to do my best to try to match up the landscaping as best as possible, and then we'll jump in and start to decorate the interior of the house. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the video. While you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe and click that bell for notifications of when I have new videos. If you'd like to be a part of the action, the schedule for when I go live is over on my Twitch channel. I hope to see you there.